All right, I've got some bad news. If you have a video that's not performing well, you're not getting views, it could be your intro that is killing those views. And I want to share with you today how you can actually improve your intro and have YouTube want to push your video more. Got your attention? I hope so, because I actually taught this last night on a live workshop, and I'm going to share with you some tips and some secrets to increase your retention. Also, I'm going to share with you how the algorithm works like a flywheel, and if we turn these things on, well, I'll tell you right now, you're going to get more views, and YouTube is going to push the crap out of that video. So with that being said, let's dig in. So I want to go over this real quick because this is how the algorithm works, all right? The very first thing that the algorithm is going to be able to look at is your title, okay? And then the title, that job is to signal the algorithm and find the audience, okay? That's what it's going to do. Then the impressions are going to be given. And an impression is basically just that video thumbnail being put in front of your audience. No one's clicked yet, they're just scrolling. Okay. From there, the thumbnail's job is to get the click. All right. Pretty basic stuff. Now, here's where the retention piece comes in. And this is where if your retention sucks, it's not going to get pushed. All right. And I'm going to show you how to look at the analytics, kind of like a baseball player was looking at his swing after he just struck out or after he got a really good hit, and really dissecting what worked and what didn't work. And I'm going to share with you an example of one of mine that worked really well and how you can reverse engineer it to work really well for you too. All right. So just looking over here, once we get the click, we get the view, but then we have to keep the retention. And if we keep the retention, then we're going to be able to get pushed by the algorithm, and it's going to say, hey, find more audiences for this video. It's doing really good. People are clicking and people are watching. Let's push it to more audiences. And then if we do that, guess what? It just keeps going. All right. And that's what we want. All right. So that's what I'm hoping to help you with here today. Now, before we go any further, I did want to say and kind of go back here to the title. It's the most important piece, because if we don't have that, we don't get a thumbnail displayed and we don't get anybody to watch the first 10 seconds of our video. So if you struggle with titles, or you just want to copy 10 of our best title hooks, well, you're in luck. If you just put hooks in the comments, I'll send you a document with those, and I actually turn them into templates that can be adapted to just about any niche. So if you want that, just put hooks in the comments and I'll send it to you. So before we get into the actual video that did really well in the intro breakdown, I wanted to cover this because these are mistakes that we need to stop doing. All right. And I see these all the time. You know, hey, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for being with me today. Thanks so much. Like, that person might be seeing you for the first time. I don't know, maybe you're seeing this video for the first time. Actually, you know what? That's always a good thing to do. I'm curious. Is this the first video that you've ever seen of ours? Let me know if this is the first time seeing a video and where maybe you saw it. Put that in the comments. Let me know. All right. So we're not saying welcome back. We're just getting right into it. And when this video is just about done, if you want, go on back to the intro of this one and you'll see how it works. All right. In real time. All right. So the intro video jingle, so 1990s or 2000s, I guess, you know, it's old time, long time ago. We don't want to do that either. Okay. So the intro video jingles, get rid of those. We don't need them. Hey, before we get started, do me a favor and like this video and subscribe. Don't do that. Don't do that. Huge mistake. You've not even given any value. All right. So don't do the like my video, subscribe. At least wait until you've delivered some value. All right. And then the no inflection. Right now, I'm pretty excited about this because I know that this could change your video views. I know it can. All right. So I'm excited. I want to get it out there to you. But if I was like this, hey guys, today I'm going to share with you how to get more views. And there's probably one thing that could be hurting your views. And do you see the difference? We need a little bit of energy. Now, you might be in a topic that's not that exciting, but it might be something where you're going to then put emotion into it. So if it's something that's sad or something that's concerning, or maybe you're speaking to couples that are going through couples counseling and you're like, Have you ever been with your partner and you just feel like they're not listening? And you're sitting there and you're saying to yourself, why can't we go back to the days of when we were in love? Like, see how I just did that? It's not like I'm up here excited. It's like I'm talking about that piece, that emotional piece. So just a couple of tips there for you. All right. But these are big mistakes. Let's avoid these. Let's get rid of them. So like I said, the hook, the very beginning, the first 10 seconds, the most important, because that's going to keep people wanting to watch the next 10 seconds and then the next 10 seconds. It's something I also call open loops, which we'll talk about. All right. So let me just show you. So this is the analytics for this one video that did really well for us. Now, when you are able to look at the data, because YouTube is giving us the data. Why are they giving us the data, Scott? Because they want our videos to do better. And if they do better, guess what? They're going to get more views too. And they're going to probably make more money on ads and all of that fun stuff. All right. So the cool thing about this though, is I like to look at this like I'm taking a look at my at bat. All right. I look at every video because I like baseball. It's like another at bat. I got another chance to get a hit. Okay. Well, I also get to look at a hit or an at bat that did really well. So in this case, I can look back at this video and go, wow, that got an 85% retention hold at 10 seconds in. I wonder why. And then I'm able to go back and see what I did. Is there something there that I could do again? Why did it really grab the attention? And I'm actually going to share this with you. I'll share this exact intro with you so you can see in real time. All right. So now I wanted to show you this too, because this is pretty cool. When we get the attention in the very beginning, a lot of times it will also get more attention for the duration of the video. All right. So this video is over 8 minutes long, and you can see people are still hanging around all the way through to the end, like 33%, even gosh, 5, 6, 7 minutes in, which is really, really unheard of. All right. So let's get into the intro of this particular video. All right. So I'm going to kind of go through it. I'm going to read it, but this was me doing it in the video, really off the cuff too. Okay. So here's what it looked like. Number 1, 2, it's a bold statement and it's got curiosity in it. So here we go. So I'm going to ruffle a few people's feathers out there, and I don't care because I want the small channels out there to succeed. And I think there's a lot of advice out there from the YouTube gurus that's actually hurting small channels. It's hurting them getting subscribers, hurting them getting watch time, hurting them getting monetized, right? Now I'm going to pause there for a second. I want to unpack that a little bit. So let's kind of go through this. So I immediately come out with a bold statement. I'm going to ruffle a few people's feather out there, but I don't care. And you're like, okay, I'm listening. And then you're like, because I want the small channels out there to succeed. Wait a minute, small channel, that's me. Okay, I'm listening. Right? And I think there's a lot of advice out there from the YouTube gurus that's actually hurting small channels. Wait a minute, I'm a small channel. There's advice out there that could be hurting YouTube channels. I want to know that, right? So I'm getting that curiosity. It's hurting them getting subscribers. I want to get subscribers. It's hurting them getting watch time. I want to get watch time. It's hurting their channel getting monetized. I want to get monetized. I got to listen to this. You see everything in that one little section, right? That's just intro part number 1. So intro part number 2, leading up to about 38 seconds, I'm going to go ahead and continue. This channel right here, Live Video School, is a newer channel. And in less than 9 months old, we have been able to get monetized in under 90 days. All right. So right there, that's a proof piece. So that's me saying like, hey, I didn't listen to them. And this channel right here is doing pretty good. So maybe I ought to pay attention. So it's a little bit of a proof piece. Okay. We were able to get 19,000 subscribers and well over 50,000 watch time hours on this channel. Again, more proof. 38 seconds. All of that was there. I unpacked that. That was 38 seconds long. And then I go into and not following the advice from the YouTube gurus. So basically I said, I got all these results without following advice from the YouTube gurus, right? So you're probably wondering, what are those things? And well, I've got 3 of them that I'm going to share with you in this video. Boom. You want to stick around, right? We just went through and grabbed the attention, created curiosity. We created what I call open loops, right? You want those loops closed, and you're going to get them closed the more that you watch the video. I mean, just like this video. I did it in this video. And if you don't believe me, go back and watch it when it's over. You'll see the intro. It's got a little bit of a hook there. Check it out. All right, let's move on. So I wanted to do an example here, not in my niche, but I wanted to do it in a random niche. So I picked the gardening niche, growing bigger tomatoes. So here's the title, Grow Bigger Tomato Plants Using the Water Drip Method. Now, that title right there is killer, by the way, because if you want to grow bigger tomatoes, we signal the algorithm, right? And then from there, the water drip method, curiosity, I wonder what the water drip method is. I've never heard of that before, right? So here's what this would sound like. Now, this type of intro, by the way, is kind of like a default one that I would do, right? It's going to work, but it's not that complicated. And there's not a lot of thought that goes into it. So let me go ahead and run through this with you. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to grow bigger tomato plants using the water drip method. This has allowed me to grow bigger tomatoes way faster. And guess what? No other gardeners are talking about this. So here's how it works. All right, that's how I would do it. Okay. Now, let me give you another little bonus tip. We can bolt on a question, and that can also be very, very effective. So let's do it with a question in the front. Are you struggling to grow big, ripe tomatoes? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you how to grow bigger tomato plants using the water drip method. This has actually allowed me to grow bigger tomatoes way faster, and no other gardeners are talking about this. So let's get into it. This is how it works. That's how I would do it, right? So you can see, we can create an intro very, very effectively without it being that complicated. The bold statement. All right, so this one here I wanted to cover because this, again, I was reviewing one of my intros and I was like, wow, that did really good. So this one here at 9 seconds in held 88% retention, okay? Pretty crazy. Shocking or not normal would be something that you could include in the intro. And I'm gonna give you an example. So here it is, an attention grabbing hook. All right, here it is. If you're sharing your YouTube videos on Facebook, Instagram, or any social media, you could be hurting your channel and your videos getting views. Boom. That's what I said in this video, and that's why it did so well. Because immediately you want to know why. I thought you were supposed to share on these different platforms. Don't you want to get more exposure? Don't you want to get more views? The more views you get up front, doesn't matter where they come from. It's going to show the video's popular, right? Wrong. And that's what I talked about. We want the algorithm to do its job, right? We want it to take the title, find the audience, take the thumbnail, put it in front of them, get good clicks, and then get good retention, and then take it and put it up in front of more audiences. That's what we want. If we interfere with that, we could hurt that. So I always like to give it 7 days. Non-disturbing, just letting it be, letting it sit there. But again, I shot a video on that, and I'll link that up in the description if you want to check that out. But that was the intro, and it did very, very well. And if we look at this, 19 seconds in, I'm still holding 74%. So hopefully you can see how powerful the intro hook is. And if we do that, we're going to be able to do this. We're going to be able to have the title, signal the algorithm, find the audiences, give us impressions, get the click on the thumbnail, and then from there, hold that retention so it tells the algorithm, hey, go find more audiences that this video might do well with. And then it does it. And then if it does well again, guess what? It just keeps that flywheel spinning. Now, like I said, title, super important. If we don't have a title that's going to work, well, we're just not going to get any clicks and we're not going to get any views. So I shot a video right here that walks through those 10 titles that I talked about, and I break them down, and I actually give you more examples on how to adapt them to multiple niches. Watch that video next, and I'll see you there.